Working hard, 9 to 5, 2 jobs to survive. She's my supermodel.
What's up, YouTube fam? Welcome back to my channel. It has been a minute. I said earlier this year I would be consistent and I would post once a week. This is the first week I kind of fell off, so it's been about 2 weeks since I've posted anything. But I wanted to check in with you guys and show you an update of my staircase. I posted a video maybe a month or so ago of a DIY, my banisters behind me. Okay, so it was a fail. I'll link it above so you guys can see it. But this video is going to be 5 tips. So I'm going to show you a close-up of how my banisters look now. I actually ended up I asked you guys for your advice on if I should try the DIY project again because it was a fail, or if I should hire a professional. So I ended up hiring a local contractor, a guy who does the work for a lot of the homeowners in the area. So he's not a professional company per se, but this is something that he does for a living. So I guess you can say he knows what he's doing. So I didn't want to. It was so stressful. I'm going to link the video again to show you the how it looked before, or the terrible job that I did when I did the DIY. But I want to, after watching him work, I want to give you guys my top 5 tips of if you want to actually paint your staircase or redo your staircase yourself. Tips based on what he did, how to make your staircase look nice, new, and make it last. Because I'm gonna show you a close-up. It looks really nice and professional. There are some imperfections, but I mean, it was a bargain, and that's another tip I'll throw in there as far as pricing for hiring a service. I'll just add that now. That's a bonus. So if you do decide to hire someone, always negotiate, guys. This might be common sense, but this guy was going to charge me $800 initially. He's a cheap local independent contractor, so he was going to charge $800 to redo the whole. It's like 3 layers. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of steps. So $800 is not what I was expecting because he's a local around the way contractor. So months later, I reached back out. I'm like, I'm ready now. And instead of saying, remember you were going to charge me $800, I was like, how much? And then he was like, $600. I'm like, okay, cool. It's cheaper than what he said before. And I'm like, well, can you do it for $500? I don't know if I can do $600. Boom, got it for $500. As long as it took him, I'm so glad that's why I didn't do it myself, because I wasn't up for all that time. Like, it was just stressful. I felt bad for the poor guy because I'm like, yo, he's putting in mad work, mad hours, whatever. So always negotiate if you are going to hire someone to do a project that you don't want to do yourself. But that was just the kind of intro. I want to get into the video. I know I rap a lot, but thank you to my followers, my subscribers who have been continuously growing with me. I appreciate y'all. The ones who don't leave those trash comments about me talking so much because y'all actually want to listen to the content and what I have to say. So I appreciate y'all. But get into the video. Top 5 tips on how to paint your staircase yourself based on what I've learned from this experience. Subscribe if you're not already, and let's get into the video.
Okay, so tip 1 is to properly sand. Sand well. I've made a mistake before when I did this myself of using the liquid sander. No, you need the electric sander and some good sandpaper. That is key to making your paint last. Lesson learned, y'all. So take this advice. Tip number 1. Tip number 2 and 3 is to tape and prime. So make sure you tape off any surfaces. Right here is the base of the white, so it's not a whole lot of tape right here. But tape off the parts you need first and prime. And also when you're priming, allow a proper priming time. So you want to allow at least 24 hours for the primer to dry before you go in with the paint. I learned through this process that allowing dry time in between coats is so important. Such a key factor to making this last. Okay, step 4, allow dry time in between coats. So on top of in between the primer and the paint, in between coats of paint, again, allow at least 24 hours to let the paint dry before applying your next coat. And last tip, you guys, allow your paint to completely dry before you remove the tape and before you obviously touch the rails or whatever you're painting. So, don't let the kids slide down the rails or, hold on to the rails. Make sure you're paying attention to that because you don't want all of your hard work to go to waste. Now, again, I ended up hiring a semi-professional for this project because, my previous attempt didn't go so well. And it wasn't 100% perfect, but he put in so much time. It looks good. I like it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment below. But I definitely think it was worth paying for and me not having to deal with as much stress. I hope these tips were helpful. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and sticking through the 5 tips.
Okay, so I hope you guys liked this video. I hope it was helpful. I hope I gave you some good tips. I had to bring my baby in because I know I haven't featured her in a few videos. It's been a while. She has still been helping me with my DIY projects. She has a new channel. Anybody who has subscribed to her channel, she's starting her acting career now. So it's more acting focused, real. She's very entertaining in case you guys don't know. Excuse her hair because it's wash day, okay? So we'll be doing that. But thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe. You want to say anything?
I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
All right. See you guys next week, hopefully.